So how exactly were they laundering this money? Well, here's a very fun quote to start us off from Republican strategist Brendan Steinhauser, who was hired by the Epoch Times to make inroads with Republican politicians. So here's a quote from Brendan Steinhauser, who's a Republican strategist who was hired by the Epoch Times to make inroads with Republican politicians. And it's from a 2023 article on, I believe, NBC by that chick, Brandy Zarzani, who's, I don't really know her deal. I just remember seeing that last name whenever I read one of these fucking articles.
They take advantage of every opportunity, Steinhauser, who is not currently working for the Epoch Times, continued. They studied digital marketing. Okay. They learned how to work the system, and they did it. They're smarter than people give them credit for, and they've got the money to back it up. Okay, that's a really funny. I feel like I remember us talking about this in the episode we did, because I remember us referring to that piece by Brandy Zarzoni, because I also remember that name. I mean, how could you forget it?
Sounds
Quite
like a Polish city.
But it's really, really funny, the kind of positioning of them as, first of all, studying digital marketing. Like, okay, who are you, Alex Earl? Like, what are you fucking talking about? Who's not studying digital marketing? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Also, it's really funny in light of what they were actually doing, which was using crypto to buy up stolen identities that were used to like fake unemployment benefits on prepaid cash cards during like the big COVID rush of sending out unemployment checks to everybody.
Yeah, it's really funny because I think one of the things that really stands out in a lot of articles that you read prior to a couple of days ago, but the Epoch Times, is so many journalists wondering how the fuck they have so much money. So the way that Epoch Times has always claimed it made money is just by small donations from people who were appreciative of their coverage of Anthony Fauci and the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, the Epoch Times is a, I guess, newspaper, but it's almost just like a multimedia company where they have all these various, YouTube channels and like little mini documentaries about Fauci or whatever. And if you really want to like see the exclusive stuff on their website, you got to pay like a premium price. The thing is, the amount of money they were spending just did not match up at all with apparently how much they were actually making. And I think this made banks a little suspicious because it turns out they had gone up by, I think, 410% in just a few years.
Which is crazy for a digital media company. That's not happening.
No, I mean, it's 2020 was really the big year for them. So this is from the indictment.
That year, the media company, and that's who they're referring it to Epoch Times as the media company. That year, the media company's internal financial accounting reflected an increased annual revenue over the previous year of approximately 410%, from approximately 15 million to approximately 62 million. A significant portion of this increase was attributable to the media company's foreign office, including the MMO team, which was managed by Weidong Guan, aka Bill Guan, the defendant. Now, brace. MMO team. If you're just coming to this, you're like, oh, that must be the name of like a typical kind of like, oh, that's just shorthand for like some digital markeing term that I don't know about because I didn't go to University of Miami or whatever, Arizona. I see you. What does MMO stand for at the Epoch Times?
Making money online. Now, I got to tell you, every time I read about a company, I always hear some, especially like a media company, there's always some like DEI, HR, one of these little things. I'm like, I don't really understand what this is. Making money online, that I do get. And the way they were making it is just like Liz said, buying up stolen identities, stolen unemployment checks, and then cashing them out at 80 cents to the dollar on crypto exchanges, and then laundering that money back through their own bank accounts that they opened up, but they were not actually their own bank accounts. They were other bank accounts that they had opened up with other stolen identities, and then laundering that as donations to the Epoch Times.
So to be fair though, like that is a way to make money online.
Yes. Yeah, it really is.